Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The Taliban are celebrating their return to power following the departure of the last US troops from Afghanistan. The last US military flight left Kabul airport earlier, marking the end of a 20-year presence in the country and America's longest ever war. Following the pullout, Taliban fighters were seen exploring the airport and taking over its facilities, including a hangar with US aircraft. Meanwhile, Germany will wait for the Taliban to install a new government to see if the Islamists will honour their pledge to allow civilians to leave Afghanistan on flights from the capital's airport. Rescue teams across Louisiana are searching for people left stranded in the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. About 5,000 National Guard members have been deployed to aid search and rescue. In addition, more than 25,000 workers from around the country have mobilised to support power restoration in the state. At least 3 people are confirmed to have died, but the governor of Louisiana said that he expected the death toll to rise considerably as many stayed home to ride out the storm. As Ida continues to move inland, it has weakened to a tropical storm, but the National Hurricane Center warned that heavy rain could still bring flooding to parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Thousands of people have been ordered to evacuate as a huge wildfire looms over a major US tourist town, filling the air with choking smoke. The Caldor fire has already torn through more than 700 square kilometres, destroying hundreds of buildings. The blaze has now moved towards South Lake Tahoe, the main resort town in a popular area. Car maker Toyota is resuming operations of its fully autonomous vehicles at the Paralympic Games village in Tokyo following an accident. Services of the e-pallet pods were halted after a vehicle hit a visually impaired athlete last week. The athlete was not seriously injured, but had to pull out of an event because of cuts and bruises. The company said that operators would now be given control over how fast the vehicles travel. The death toll from the collision of 2 riverboats in Peru's largest Amazon region has risen to 20 people, with more than 50 still unaccounted for. The accident took place on the Hualaga River when a boat full of passengers crashed into a freight barge amid dense mist at dawn. Firefighters, policemen and sailors are in charge of the search for those who disappeared. Video footage shows rescuers carrying bodies of victims as survivors of relatives cry on the riverbank. The leader of Tanzania's main opposition party has appeared in court to face terrorism charges. Freeman Mbowe, chairman of the Chadema party, has been behind bars since July the 21st. The trial at the country's High Court opened under tight security, with most journalists banned from the courtroom by police. His supporters have denounced the trial as politically motivated. The UN Security Council has renewed for a year's sanctions imposed against targeted individuals and entities in Mali for obstructing the 2015 peace agreement. The sanctions include a year-long travel ban and an asset freeze to last until the 31st of August next year. Those targeted are accused of involvement in planning, implementing or perpetrating acts that violate international law, humanitarian law, including attacks on medical or humanitarian personnel. China has released photos that were captured by crew members for the Shenzhou 12 mission from space. Photos taken by Chinese astronauts showed the breathtaking scenery of the Gulf of Guinea, the Ethiopian highlands, the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean from space. The astronauts entered the space station core module Tianhe on June the 17th. The crew will continue to carry out scientific and technological experiments in space before their planned return in the middle of September. And finally, a former Olympian has become the first ever female to land a front flip on a mountain bike to dirt. Caroline Buchanan successfully pulled off the front flip on the jam line on the renowned course as the 8-time world champion went on to win the women's best trick category. The competition in Germany is known for being the perfect environment for bikers to try incredible tricks and reach new limits. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.